Oh, you got 1,067,000.
6-7.
6-7.
6-7.
6-7.
Cause they spend me 6-7. A fucking TikTok trend.
6-7. I just bit right on the highway. Track hawking sitting in the driveway. The shooter stay strapped, I don't need mine. Bro put belt right to they behind. The way that switch, I know he dying. 6-7.
Welcome to Shadowcast. We uncover the hidden stories behind money, new trends, history, and the world in the shadows from the streets to the metro. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Your support and feedback help us grow and bring you even better content every week. Have you ever paused for a moment and thought about a number? A simple two-digit symbol, and wondered if it might carry a deeper story? Today, we turn our attention to the number 67. At first glance, it might look like any other number, just part of the endless sequence that stretches across time and mathematics. But when we slow down, when we step back and explore, we discover that 67 is not just another figure to be passed over. It is a number wrapped in history, hidden meanings, cultural threads, and symbolic weight. Think about this for a moment. Every number carries a rhythm. The number 1 feels singular and solitary, a beginning. The number 7 has long been considered mystical, spiritual, and tied to luck and divine order. When you merge those qualities into 67, you don't just end up with a place in the numerical order. You end up with something layered, something that resonates across different parts of life. 67 is more than a digit we write down or calculate with. It is an anchor to different stories across time, a reflection of trends, beliefs, and events that have shaped people's understanding of the world. When we talk about 67, one of the most immediate things that strikes us is its position. It rests comfortably between 66 and 68. And while that might sound obvious, numbers gain much of their meaning from the context of what surrounds them. 66 has its own reputation, sometimes connected with repetition, cycles, and even darker connotations in some traditions. 68, on the other hand, has been tied to revolutions, moments of change, and bursts of social transformation. But right between them sits 67, a balancing act. A subtle transition that doesn't scream out loud, but still holds the energy of both ends. In mathematics, 67 is a prime number. That fact alone changes how we look at it. Prime numbers are unique. They can't be divided evenly by anything other than 1 and themselves. They're indivisible, strong, and resilient, refusing to break down into smaller equal parts. That gives 67 a kind of raw integrity, a purity that many other numbers lack. It stands alone, unshakable, part of that elite group of primes that mathematicians and thinkers across history have admired. Imagine the strength of that concept, a number that doesn't bend, doesn't break, doesn't divide. 67 is not just a point in the sequence, it's a fortress, a solid block in the foundation of numbers. But beyond mathematics, numbers like 67 take on symbolic roles.
Numbers do not exist in isolation. They exist in relation to us, to our interpretations, to our choices. The story of 67, then, is not just about what scholars or numerologists or historians have to say. It is also about what you, the listener, bring into it. What do you feel when you hear 67? Does it remind you of a year, a memory, a coincidence? Does it make you think of balance and mystery, of strength and solitude? That's where meaning takes shape, between the raw number and the human mind that interprets it. And this is where our journey truly begins. 67 is not a destination, but an entry point, a doorway into understanding how we shape meaning from the symbols around us. It is both grounded and mysterious, mathematical and symbolic, historical and personal. As we dive deeper into the heart of 67, we'll uncover not only the layers it carries, but also the reflection of ourselves within it. When we left off, we had already seen that 67 is more than just a static figure. It's a prime, it's a symbol, it's a historical marker, and it carries echoes of both the material and the spiritual. But let's dive even deeper now, because the longer you look at 67, the more it begins to unfold like a story, one that stretches across centuries, cultures, and ideas. Think for a moment about the role of numbers in human civilization. Numbers are, at their core, tools. They are ways for us to measure, organize, and make sense of the chaos around us. But certain numbers begin to attract special attention. Some get tied to superstition, others to science. Some are remembered because they mark a year of great change, while others stick because they feel charged with a mysterious significance. 67 belongs to that second group. It keeps showing up in unexpected places, carrying an aura that almost insists on being noticed. In literature and storytelling, numbers are never random. Authors often select specific numbers to build atmosphere or send a subtle signal. 67, because of its prime nature, often represents something that cannot be broken down, something solid yet mysterious. In novels, in poetry, even in song lyrics, 67 occasionally surfaces as a way of hinting at resilience, isolation, or the idea of standing apart. For writers, this prime quality is symbolic, a character who is indivisible, unbreakable, or perhaps misunderstood. Now consider the realm of history again. The year 1967 is particularly charged. It was the summer of love, when music, art, and counterculture movements changed the world. It was the year the Beatles released Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, a record that forever altered the music industry and the perception of what an album could be. It was also the year of political and social turbulence, protests, wars, and revolutions. To say 67 in that context is to invoke a memory of both liberation and conflict. It's a year that has remained fixed in our cultural imagination, not just as a number, but as a symbol of a turning point.